were mapping out our third season, we saw that we were telling a complete story and that this was the perfect opportunity to stay true to our artistic vision and make this the final chapter in Tommy's journey in Chicago. But don't worry, Tommy's journey is far from over with. We're just getting warmed up and I can't wait to show you what we have planned next. Want to give a big shout out to all the players, the cast, the crew from Power Book 4 Force and tell you to tune in because ghosts never die and power never ends.
Okay, what do we have? Will Ghost make an appearance as a ghost? Well, he very well might. And he may make an appearance as an alive character. You never know.
Welcome back to the universe of power. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. It's finally official, Book 2 has come to an end. But just as I predicted, looks like Tariq will be making his way to Chicago. In today's video I will break down why Book 2 ended the way that it did, what's next for everyone, and why Ghost's return in Chicago might make a lot more sense than it would have in Book 2. But first, let's address the elephant in the room after the ending of Book 2. No appearance by Ghost. Before the finale, it seemed like Tariq would need more reinforcements to take down Carter and Noma. A lot of us were expecting it to be Ghost and Tommy showing up in the finale to help Tariq. But as we all saw, that didn't happen. But as I have said in multiple prediction videos in the past, Ghost returning in the finale wasn't a guarantee. And I always followed that statement with saying, if Ghost doesn't return in the finale, then I see him returning in Force. So while this is the end of an era as far as Book 2 and Force are concerned, Tariq and Tommy's story is far from over with. And like I always say, it's not a guarantee that Ghost is returning in the final episode of Book 2. But when Ghost does return, it's either going to be in Book 2 or in Force. Everything that has taken place this season felt like they were building up Ghost's return. Especially after they killed off Monet. But not every prediction will be right or wrong, and as fans of the show, all we can do is predict what will take place based off of what we have already seen. There's really no need to spam the Ghost is dead let it go comments in the comment section from different burner accounts. If you don't think Ghost is still alive, then you're entitled to your own opinion. But let's keep it respectful and not disrespect others' opinions. Keep in mind that some of those same people also said that Diana and Kane will die, and Tariq would be with Anya. And at the end of the day, it's all entertainment, not every last prediction will be spot on. But even with the ending of Book 2, that still doesn't change anything as far as how Ghost died, or how so many things still don't add up in the final 5 episodes of the OG series. Now I know that a lot of fans are disappointed in the way the finale ended. The final episode definitely seemed rushed, and judging from how certain scenes were shot, the dialogue, and the final post-credit scene, it seems like they reshot numerous scenes over and changed the ending at the last minute. If I had to take a guess, I would say that stars may have told the showrunners at the last minute that Season 4 would be the final season. So this probably caused them to rush back and reshoot scenes and change the ending to set up whatever spin-off that they have planned next for Tariq. With Noma's death being so sudden, combined with Diana just randomly killing Anya, and Nico suddenly turning on Carter to arrest him, it seems like they completely changed their original plans that they had set in motion for how the season was originally supposed to end. It makes even more sense as to why the show took a 1-month break in the middle of the season to reshoot scenes and change the ending that was originally shot. And keep in mind that Season 4 was shot over a year ago, so if actor Omari Hardwick did somehow reach a deal with stars, it was likely while they were in the middle of filming, or after. So that could explain why he may have not been in the final episode. But even with the finale not turning out like we expected it to, there is still more power on the way. Now I called it at the beginning of the season that this would not be the end of Tariq's story. And as we saw in the final scenes, Tariq has gained all of the power that he needs to be at the top of the game, very similar to Ghost. While I didn't get every single prediction correct, there were a number of predictions that did turn out to happen. We saw Davis McLean get reinstated, as well as Davis getting the Tejadas off the hook for the death of Noma. Tariq now has all of the assets and people in position to help him start his own operation, with Effie having full control over Course Correct, and Braden running the Fight Club and the parties. Tariq now has numerous ways to push product and triple his income, while also gaining a major connect in Noma's brother, Davis overseeing the financial assets, and Nico on his payroll to stay under the radar of the NYPD. Tariq has now fully embraced the role of Ghost and has more power than ever. On a side note, I'm really curious to find out where exactly will Tariq have Tasha and Yasmin relocated to. All we know as of now is that they will be somewhere outside of New York. We know that Kane will be on the run after the death of Noma, and we saw Effie give Kane her money that she had saved up to pay for Stanford University. While it may seem like Effie is completely in the clear from the past speculations of her being an informant, I still get the vibe that Effie is playing the long game, and there is still something about Effie that we still don't know about her. And the final post would be appearing in Chicago with Tommy, the moment we saw Michael Rainey on the set of Power Book Force during the Power Choice Awards in what seems to look like the basement of Diamond's barbershop. For Tommy is currently on the run, and we don't really know where he is headed to, but based off of the fact that his cousins went back home to where I assume is Chicago, that could be most likely where Kane is headed. This is why I say that Kane could also help Tariq and Tommy out in Chicago to take down Miguel. A few months ago, there was a rumor of Ghost being spotted on the set of Power Book Force. Now I know that there are some of you that are completely let down after Ghost didn't show up in the finale of Book 2. But when you really sit back and think about it, Ghost returning when both Tommy and Tariq are present makes a lot more sense. And with Omari appearing next week on Fat Joe's new podcast on Starz Network, this only adds more to the speculation. Just a few months ago, Omari didn't want anything to do with Starz Network, and now he just so happens to be appearing on a podcast on Starz Network a week after the finale of Book 2. At the very least, this raises the question even more if whether or not Omari and Starz have recently came to an agreement. But like I always say, Ghost returning is not guaranteed. But Omari Hardwick has recently continued to add to the speculation. In my opinion, after watching the finale of Book 2, Tariq needed to solve his Noma and Carter issues on his own without Tommy or Ghost. And not to mention, Miguel in Chicago seems a lot more dangerous than anyone Tariq has ever had to go up against. So if there were ever a time for Ghost to return, it makes perfect sense for him to come back to help both Tariq and Tommy. But with the ratings for Power Book Force being slightly lower than Book 2, the finale most definitely needs to go out with a bang. Now I'm not sure whether or not California is still in the plans for Tommy after Force, or whether or not he will return to New York, despite the feds thinking he's dead. But it's obvious that something else is coming for both Tariq and Tommy after the finale of Force. All in all, the finale of Book 2 left a lot of us with even more questions than answers, with the finale not reaching the standards that we originally envisioned. But I do believe that the show did a great job in leaving everyone's stories open for whatever future show is to come. On a side note, I think that we may have not seen the last of Detective Carter. And as we already know, power never ends. How do you see things playing out in Power Book Force? Is there anything specifically that they could do to make the ending better than Book 2? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. See you all next time in the Universe of Power.